Well, as I said, we have this very scientific-based approach. I mean, many of the influences that I've read about and worked on over the years have come from the great universities from around the world. If you look at the learning organisation, the work of Dr. Peter Senge and at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that had a huge impact on my thinking about organisational change and the systemic nature of organisational change and indeed personal and individual change. So I've also been influenced by the work of Professor John Bargh, for example, from Yale University, and the fascinating work that he's done on things like priming and how so many of the things that influence us in our decisions and our daily life occur around us and we have no awareness of them at all. And for example, this is the basis of much of the language work that we do with teams in becoming far more aware of how their language, first of all, how it impacts them and how it impacts the people that they're communicating with. So I think that scientific background, if you like, that scientific approach to change is very, very helpful in organisations. You know, many of the people that come on our courses are, to use that old phrase, they're left brain, they're quite process orientated, they require a logical and rational explanation for what they're doing. And yet, actually, much of human behaviour, all of our behaviour, is unconscious, irrational, and completely the opposite. And that's not easy for them to get their heads around. So by giving them a scientific explanation of how this actually works and how the brain works, many, many people, engineers, accountants, financial-based people that perhaps wouldn't normally go on this kind of program and perhaps normally wouldn't buy into this kind of stuff, it makes sense. It really makes sense. And again, this is the feedback we get from hundreds, if not thousands of people, saying, it surprised me. I had no idea that I would find myself so interested in a subject which I had previously given no thought to.